Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more book and music, mostly Taylor Swift related content. Today I'm going to be doing the every book I own but have not read yet tag. Is this a tag? I feel like this will be a good way to hold myself accountable. This will be a visualization of my physical TBR. I'm not even sure how many books there are. I'm gonna put a little book counter down in the corner. Probably not that corner because you guys want to see the cat. I'm not too excited for this, but I'm also excited to show you what I have and what I plan on reading in this next calendar year, hopefully. I know there are books here that you guys have seen me receive like a year ago, so that's gonna be embarrassing. And also, unfortunately, as I said, this is my physical TBR. I have been prioritizing some library books over these ones. There are books I want to read before some of these ones. We're just gonna call me out today. Also, I want to start doing reading vlogs. If you see a book that I have that obviously I will be reading soon, manifesting, please let me know down below if you would like to see me do a reading vlog over any of these specific books, which ones sound the most interesting. I'm definitely planning on vlogging the selection series, Midnight Sun and Life and Death, which are extensions of the Twilight series, maybe Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, because I still haven't gotten to that yet, and I think 1984, because that could be kind of fun because it's a classic I never read. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I have a list on my laptop because I didn't have it in me to take down all of the series. This is so fun. It feels like show and tell. So first we have Seeing Red. This is a book my mom found at a thrift store for me. It's not an official piece of merch, but I have talked to other fans who also own a copy of this. It's nothing crazy or rare or valuable, unfortunately. What I really want is Blue Blood, which is about Rebecca Harkness. It's got some really cool photographs. I'm excited to read through this. I feel like it's all gonna be stuff I already know, but that doesn't matter. You will be seeing this in a wrap-up soon. This got bumped to the top of my physical TBR list. This is Avengers of the New World. It is a book my grandpa sent to me, actually, my American grandfather. He was a history teacher and one of the really great ones that actually makes you excited to learn things. This book is basically about the first and only successful slave revolution in the Americas. They essentially forced the French administrators to emancipate them, and I never learned about this in history class. I genuinely am really curious about this, and this cover is so disturbingly artistic. I've actually had a bad experience with novels assigned by history teachers, but I am entrusting my grandfather with this here. Next is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I got this quite a while ago. I feel like this was 2 Christmases ago. I feel like this was in a what I got for Christmas video. The thing about this is that I do want to rewatch the Hunger Games movies before I read this, but I do want to vlog it. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. It's basically a prequel to the Hunger Games, I believe, or a sequel? Good question. Maybe I'll go in surprised. Next, I have Midnight Sun. She is thick. I don't think I've read a book this long since Harry Potter last year. This is all just Twilight from Edward's perspective. I've had a lot of requests to do videos over this book. I think people want me to do kind of comparisons between this and Twilight, and I think that might be why I'm putting it off, because I don't want to like reread Twilight just to read this. Do you guys want to see a reading vlog of this? Would that be interesting to you? If you have any ideas for what content I could make out of this, please let me know. And then literally nobody asked for this, but Life and Death, which is gender bent Twilight. If you want to see me vlog this, please let me know. I think I'm gonna do it anyways. Essentially, it changes it from Bella and Edward to Beau and Edith. So I guess the girl is the vampire in this world, Edith Cullen and Beaufort Swan. I feel like this is just gonna be a fun time and super nostalgic. I really don't expect anything that is a masterpiece to come out of this for me. I also really want to read the official illustrated guide, probably from the library. I just don't have a copy of that. Next is the last 2 books in the Home for the Peculiar Children series, The Conference of the Birds. Yes, this came in randomly, just signed. What the heck? I just ordered a normal copy and Amazon was like, nope, you're gonna get a signed one. And then also the last book of the Peculiar Children series, which is The Desolations of Devil's Acre. What I love about these books are all the interesting pictures, because I'm a child, like old black and white photographs. I have not read this series since I think late high school. I have all the other books. They display so nicely with the hardcover and the consistent brown binding, but I need to look up like synopses of the previous books because I really don't remember what happened. That was before I was keeping a book journal. It's basically like a fantasy stories of children that have these supernatural powers, and they all live together in the Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children. Next is Everything Everything. This is a book my friend in England sent me because she saw it on my TBR on Goodreads. She is really doing the most. I have a feeling this is going to give me 5 Feet Apart vibes, which was such an amazing story. Next is the Selection series, which is right there. I don't have it in me to get it out from under all of those books. That is another series that my friend in England sent me. She didn't really like it too much. That one's another one that's been requested for me to do a video over or a vlog. Next is Jetty Palace Cafe. This is a book my mom bought me when she went to Washington State. She saw this in some store and was like, this looks like something Nicole would like. I've never even heard of it. I'm just gonna read you the back because it is so, I don't even know what to expect should I vlog this. Morgan, a quirky music teacher and pianist, is devastated when she learns that her mother, also a concert pianist, became pregnant with her after an SA and abandoned her life as a performer. Startled when a steel string explodes inside her piano, Morgan sees secrets long buried inside the music she and her late mother had cherished. Risking her career and heartbreak to rectify her mother's lost dreams, Morgan vows to find her mother's stolen cremation urn and track down her mystery father. Following an irresistible melody that resonates from her family's obscure past, she arrives at the Jetty Palace Cafe, where she finds offbeat locals, feral cats, and even a ghost. As I was reading this for the first time, I was not expecting it to take a supernatural turn, but a secret lies in wait for Morgan beneath the cafe's scarred wood floor, and though she hopes that a bittersweet spiritual connection will resolve her shared history with her mother, she must first reconcile her past and present. Also, I guess the main character has autism. So confused and intrigued by this entire thing. Next is Betting on Love, which is a cute little romance that was gifted to me. It looks like it has kind of like business related romance happening. It's really short. It's only a little over 200 pages. Next is another book that was gifted to me, Angel in Shadow. I've talked about this before. This seems like a romance that is more tense. There's kidnapping involved. Next is 1984, which is deep in there. It's like really pushed back. I have like a little classic section right over here. I don't have it in me to grab it because it's so down below, but it is 1984 by George Orwell, which is a classic book, has some politics, I'm pretty sure. I think people have been making connections between that kind of society and what is happening in Russia right now. Hopefully I get to that soon. I never know what I'm going to do. Next is How Not to Die. This is a nonfiction book advocating for a plant-based diet, which I have been on since 2020 and have loved it. So I'm really intrigued on what kind of advice this is going to have because I am not a nutritionist. I still don't have a whole lot of structure in my diet. It's just whatever makes me feel the best and gives me energy to work out. Next is We Were Liars, which is I think somewhere over here. It's right above the Summer I Turned Pretty series. That's one my British friend also sent to me. Along that note, also the Summer I Turned Pretty series. There is going to be, I think it might already be out, a Amazon Prime series about the Summer I Turned Pretty series. A lot of people really love that story, so I'm excited to get to that. Should I vlog it? Next on my TBR is the Mara Turing series. I only have the first two books because the third one I think just came out in English. They're originally in Spanish. These were sponsored books, but this video is not sponsored. It's just that I haven't gotten to them yet, so I'm showing them to you. They are a middle grade series. They also have cute pictures. I talked about this before when I did actually promote them, but yeah, I still need to get to these. It's basically about some like middle schoolers, and the main girl, Mara Turing, her uncle is like part of this group of hackers, and I think he ends up being kidnapped. It's a whole adventure. I actually really enjoy middle grade when it's done correctly. Like Harry Potter, oh my god, I felt like I was a child when I was reading it because it was so enjoyable. Imagine if people only read the books that were reserved for like their age and older. As you get older and older, your options become more and more limited. That's so stupid. And also some adult books are so not fun. They're about like awful affairs and miserable people. Why not read about a kidnapped hacker or like The Boy Who Lived, cats that live together in a forest and form their own society? Next is Against My Better Judgment. This is another book that was gifted to me. It's about a freshman at University of Alabama. She finds an Egyptian souvenir funerary mask, but I guess people try to tell her it's just like a cheap trinket, but she thinks it is a stolen artifact. There's also a love interest who is a teaching assistant. I think this will be a fun, quick read. It's just over 200 pages. Next is the Aurora Cycle series. It is just right here. I won those in a giveaway with my local library. I can't remember what they're about. I think they're kind of sci-fi. If you've read those, if you like them, if you want me to vlog them, please let me know your thoughts down below. A Great and Terrible Beauty. I actually won this in a giveaway with my local library as well. This has those pages that are like, how do you explain? Various lengths, I guess. They're all, what is the word? I don't know the word. Really old vibes. It's set in England during the Victorian age. I think there are incredible reviews for this, so I'm really excited for this one. I love historical fiction a lot. I don't read enough of it, but most of my really 5-star most cherished books are either kind of like supernatural or historical fiction or both. I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. I also won this in a giveaway with my local library. They were going hard at that time. I am not not sure what this is about. The back of it makes it seem like somebody died. Maybe a mystery, maybe kind of like family relations, it seems, because to literally say I'm not your perfect Mexican daughter. Let me know if any of you have read this one. Okay, now we're moving on to some more recent ones. The X-Hex, I got this for Secret Santa literally just this last Christmas, so not too ashamed that I have not gotten to this one yet. This is very witchy. It has curses involved. I believe it takes place in Georgia. Basically, this girl puts like a spell on her ex, I think. Suddenly, he's under attack from murderous wind-up toys, very Nightmare Before Christmas, a pissed-off ghost, and a talking cat with some interesting things to say. This sounds so interesting and fun. Makes me think of like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. This is a book with writing prompts in it that I got a while ago but never actually looked through. I'm hoping it will help with my songwriting. I used to write stories a lot, like short stories and things, and it might be more about like prose like that, but I am hoping maybe something for like poetry and verse can come out of this. So I do want to get to this soon. I say that about every book in this video. This is not cute. This is bad. Next is The Four Winds. This is a book I won in a giveaway with my local library, but this Christmas, so it was more recent than the other ones. I peeled the sticker off and it's still sticky. It's set during the Great Depression in Texas. A character named Elsa. She has to decide whether she wants to stay where she is or go west to California and search for a better life. I'm not sure if this is YA or just adult, and I've never read anything by this author either. My Dark Vanessa. This was one of the very last books that I bought because I have recently put myself on a bit of a book ban. I have a ton of room since I cleared out this back headboard, but I still don't feel good having all of these books that I haven't read. Now that I kind of look at them, it's really not that bad. Well, I didn't take the series down. My Dark Vanessa. This, oh my god, I had to buy this because it was on my virtual TBR and it was so popular, so highly rated, and pretty new. I think it was published last year, and it is giving very Lolita. It's a hard story to read and a harder one to put down. It's about the psychological dynamics of the relationship between a precocious yet naive teenage girl and her magnetic and manipulative teacher. A brilliant, all-consuming read that marks the explosive debut of an extraordinary new writer. So it takes place in 2000. This 15-year-old student becomes entangled in an affair with her 42-year-old English teacher, and in 2017 basically another former student reaches out to Vanessa and says she has had the same experience, and she finds herself facing this choice either to remain silent, firm in the belief that when she was 15 she engaged willingly in this relationship, or she has to redefine herself in the events of her past and I guess join the other girl who experienced these things. If you're not the only one, my god. I'm intrigued to see what choice she makes. I feel like this is going to be hard to read. I feel like it will be very interesting though. Should I vlog this one? I never thought about that because this is a recent purchase. After that, I had a job interview that I bombed, so I got really stressed out and I went to Books A Million and I got these two. Actually three. I got a new copy of To Kill a Mockingbird because mine was all torn up because I accidentally stole it from my English teacher. So I have A Gentleman in Moscow. I bought this before the war started. Now this is gonna stay at the bottom until I'm mentally okay to read about an unrepentant aristocrat in the Bolshevik time, the Kremlin. I hate that. Why did I do this? I hope this is good. I don't want to think about Russia right now. Next is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have heard so many good things about this book. Should I vlog this one? It's so short. It says like most people read it compulsively in one sitting. I've heard these characters she creates are incredibly realistic and you find yourself incredibly attached to them. That's just what I need, right? Guys, that is it. That wasn't that bad. This is kind of what my stacks look like on the floor. Of course, yes, call me out for all the shit that I talked about that is actually over here. This is what ended up being the grand total number of books that I have in my physical possession that I need to get to. I am very curious how many books you own that you have not gotten around to reading yet. Make me feel better, make me feel worse, whichever. This was such a fun idea. I'm so glad I got to show all of you guys these. Let me know down below what other videos you want to see, whether that's book related, Taylor Swift related, or any kind of music you want me to react to. I love this nice, calm diversity of media on my channel. It has literally been keeping me sane when I make these videos. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will see you all next week for another video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye guys.